cents.
Okay, how's the dollar? Okay, 16. How's the dollar? Good?
I'm going to have to evaluate his positions. Robertson missed time several fundamentals. But I'm confident we can still salvage the situation.
So our positions are still favourable?
In theory. I'll know more fully when I get a rundown on his trades.
Good. Your predecessor made more than a few mistakes. What we need now is a good solid strategy to pull us out of this debacle. This is why you've been chosen to head this department. We have complete faith in your ability, Randel.
Thank you, sir.
I'll have the documents sent down with all the available resources.
Yes, sir.
Greece's fiscal woes are rekindling doubts about the future of the euro, which buys a fifth of South Africa's exports. Our cover story today in currencies, it has got to be the Japanese yen, hitting the weakest level in more than 3 years.
Okay, we're up. So far, so good. Let's start recovering those losses.
Cover story today in currencies, it has got to be the Japanese yen, slumping as Japan's exports fall for a fifth straight month. Even more weight to the currency, speculation that the winner of next month's election will be the central bank.
Right, CP. What do you think of our new digs? Not bad.
Hello dear traders, today is the first trading day of the week. Markets are disappointed by the report on Japan's GDP, which revealed stagnation in Japan's economic growth in the second quarter. However, the Japanese yen remained unaffected by the news.
Yeah.
I have Penny on line 1.
Thanks.
Hey.
Hey, babe, what's up?
Oh, the caterers are such a struggle.
What happened?
They can't seem to agree with the decorators, and they keep bickering about the cutlery arrangements for the wedding. It's just getting ridiculous.
We decided all that before I left this morning. Did you call your mom?
Yeah, but she's not helping. She keeps rejecting the florist recommendations, so we might not even have flowers for the reception, which is probably fine with my dad since he already thinks we're way over budget. You know, they think you're away too often. Said I'm marrying a workaholic.
Honey, we talked about all that already. I'm in charge of the currency division now. I gotta make it with the partners. Besides, everybody knows we're getting married soon, so I just have to finish these deals and then I'll stay away from a computer till after the honeymoon. It'll just be you and me.
Promise?
Absolutely. Penny, I gotta go. Something's happening. Susan, Japanese GDP in terms of trade data come in yet?
They just arrived.
Thanks. Robertson, you idiot! How could they get the stats so badly wrong? know why they brought me in so quickly.
Sutton Common, West Sutton, and Sutton.
Your predecessor made more than a few mistakes. What we need now is a good solid strategy to pull us out of this debacle. This is why you've been chosen to head this department.
The caterers are such a struggle.
We have complete faith in your ability, Randel.
They think you're away too often. Said I'm marrying a workaholic.
Options. That ought to buy some time.
Well, Japan's economy nearly stalled in the second quarter of the year. Government statistics
Stimulus policies which are weakening the Japanese yen. Exports to Japan have now been falling for seven
doing
straight
better than others,
months.
and if the third largest economy continues to experience a recession, we could be headed for some more serious times.
Yeah.
I have Bill from operations on line 1.
Okay, put him through.
Hello, Jesse?
Hey, what's up?
We did a systems check for confirmation of your recent trades.
Which ones?
The options trades. They're still coming up as pending. We'll need the documents to confirm the company is properly hedged against any losses, especially since we've noticed a spike in your recent trading volume.
Yeah, of course, those were part of the strategy I was working on.
Okay, well, could you send them over when you're done? We'll need to process...
Don't worry about it, Bill. You'll get it by the end of the day. Okay, Bill. I got your confirmation right here. That'll keep you quiet for a while. All right, you fucker. Just keep rising. What? What the hell? No. No. You can't. You can't be doing this. Oh. Fuck. Honestly, these back office boys don't know what's going on half the time. Most of my days are spent babysitting guys who wouldn't know if they were sitting on futures or spots. They're in over their heads here, man.
And getting this brokerage account from us will make things easier?
Immensely. I can manage my own trades and give them a lot less work to do. Show the partners how much they're burning in that department.
All right. I'll set it up and send over the papers.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tom.
So, how are we looking?
Well, pretty good, actually.
Good.
Let's just hope that Ray rollover saves the day. Yeah?
Morning, Mr. Randel. I have Ralph Gardner from Compliance requesting a meeting.
Did he say what for?
Regarding the options confirmation for Arizona Bank.
Okay. Set up an appointment for next week. Late next week.
Okay, and I have Penny on line 1.
Put her through.
Jesse?
Hey, Penny.
Jesse, I don't know what to do. The caterers are threatening to pull out. Apparently they had a bigger booking, so now unless we match them, we're gonna lose them. We're so close, Jesse. How dare they? Who does that? I tried to explain it to Dad, but he said he's spending enough as it is. I don't know what to do.
It's okay. We'll just get somebody else. I'm sure there are plenty of companies who'd gladly step in.
But how? How are we gonna find someone 2 weeks before the wedding? We're running out of time.
Penny.
Where are we gonna...
Penny, I gotta go, okay? I'll call you back.
Jesse!
Penny, I'll call you back.
Jesse!
Election. The latest GDP figures show the country has sunk into a deeper recession than previously thought. Japan's economy shrank by 1.9% in the last quarter. That's 0.3 more than expected. The hit from the sales tax hike in April was also worse than predicted. It is a blow to Abe, who's called a snap election on Sunday and is seeking re-election based on his economic policy. The markets were undeterred by the news. The Nikkei closed.
I can still turn this around.
We're now joined by journalist and political commentator Michael Penn, who's with us
from Tokyo to talk to us more about the contraction in the Japanese economy. Mr. Penn?
Well, yes, as you say, figures have come out, and as some economists predicted, it has contracted. This is very bad news for the Abe administration and Abenomics policy.
I have Mr. Andrews waiting.
Put him through.
And I'm done for the evening, so if you don't need anything.
No, I'm fine, Susan. Good night.
Good night.
Randall? Mr. Andrews, how are you?
I hear you've opened a prime brokerage account. Somewhat irregular, isn't it? Everything all right?
Everything's fine, sir. I opened the account in the hope of boosting our foreign exchange operation. I felt that the sooner we showed a greater commitment to the rest of the market, the sooner we'd be considered a major player.
I see. So you aim to increase our competitiveness?
Yes, sir. This time next year, Spears Financial will be in the same arena as Morgan Stanley or ING.
I see. Well, in future, I prefer to be kept informed of such actions. The firm can't be seen as another victim of this crash.
I understand, sir. What are you looking at? We're beyond all that now. Time to go all in.
The Japanese government announced that the country's GDP growth for the first quarter of this year dropped by 0.2%, the first decline.
The downturn has been blamed on weaker domestic demand and slower investment in
Now,
housing.
according to a recent CNN article, they quoted, on a quarterly basis, Japan's GDP declined by 0.4% as businesses...
sector and the domestic economy is really still struggling to show.
The outlook is still quite poor. Income is falling, profits are falling, export demand is still weak.
Think.
Think, Jesse, think.
Right, we're set to go from Sheena, what do you have for line 3, Japan?
Down
Wait, we can do that. Okay, that's down by 3%. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello? Mr. Randel. Are you alright, sir?
What is it, Susan?
Some papers came for you. And I have Bill on line 1.
Hello, Jesse.
What is it, Bill?
Look, we're going back and forth here, Jesse. It's showing up here that you downloaded the exchange rates.
Yeah.
Why?
I told you, Bill. It's part of my strategy. I'm monitoring the value and risk numbers as part of the hedging process.
But that doesn't explain why you got those numbers. It could be seen as a breach in the firm's integrity.
Listen, Bill. You have no idea what I'm trying to accomplish here. This bank is still considered a newbie in Forex. So I've got to prove that we have what it takes to deal with the bigger firms. And what I don't expect is getting static from a member of my own team. Especially since it cost me 10 grand of my own money to get the data in the first place.
You hung up on me.
You got no idea what it takes. Putting yourself on the line. All the data I've had to go through. All the ratios I've had to calculate. All they do is just tap, tap, tap on their little calculators. And then head home to a wife who'd rather be fucking the plumber instead.
Neptune Financial.
Dave Ramon, please.
Please hold.
This is Dave.
Hey bro, it's Jess.
Dude, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Oh, you know, same old. Win some, lose some. I heard you're running money over at Spears. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, listen, I got a sweet deal on Japs.
Oh, man. Don't talk to me about the yen. We've been taking a pounding over here.
Yeah, I know. It's like a virus. Listen, man. I got put options on the yen at 76.98 to the dollar, right? Now, with the exchange rate at 115 yen to the dollar, I'm thinking that's a premium of like 115 million.
Okay, you mean as a loan?
Sort of. You'll get it back in a year's time when I buy it, with interest.
Hold on a second.
Hi. What's the catch? No catch. I'm just trying to free up some cash so I can increase my position.
All right, okay.
And like I said, I got a sweet deal on Japs.
Yeah. All right, send over the balance sheet. We'll have a look. If it's good, you get the funds.
Cool. Thanks, man. Hey, listen. Don't forget the bachelor party on the weekend. Right?
Hi. I got you, buddy. I got you. Yeah. Hi.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. never, Jesse. Now or never.
Now, bad news for Japan's economy. The latest data shows the country's economy contracted in the last quarter of 2015. The government says Japan's gross domestic product contracted by 0.4%.
In Japan, the yen just keeps getting weaker.
Yeah, it does. It reached its lowest level against the dollar in 4 years on Thursday. A dollar will now buy you over 100 Japanese yen. Now, it's been part of a trend that we've been seeing in recent months. You can see the value of the yen there.
Susan. I said no calls.
Hello, Mr. Randel. This is Ralph Gardner. I'm head of the compliance department. It's about time.
No, I'm fine. What can I do for you?
Well, I've recently taken over the back office operations for the firm's high volume trades. And I've come across the confirmations you submitted for the options trades to our counterparts in Tokyo.
The, hedging options?
Yes, that's right. I need you to clarify a few things here. I've noticed the options have the same premiums in the same currencies, with identical amounts of currencies using the same strike price.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm concerned about the strategy here. Wouldn't that mean both options would have different expiry dates but the same premium?
Yeah, that was part of the deal at the time, due to the volatile market.
Okay, but I can also see the put options sold to the Japanese were deep in the money. This doesn't make sense, Mr. Randel.
Okay, sorry, Gardner, was it?
That's right.
Yeah, okay. Look, I don't know how familiar you are with currency trading, but being flexible during market hours is a must for any trader.
Excuse me, Mr. Randel, I am quite versed in options and forward transactions. It seems to me you've been negligent in your hedging process. The holders of those options could only make a profit by exercising them immediately. They go off the books in one day if unexercised.
Well, that's not exactly...
So unless I receive a reasonable explanation as to why you have proceeded in this manner, I will be forced to take this to the senior partners.
Whoa, Ralph. Slow down. Look, give me a couple of hours and I'll come down there and we'll sort the whole thing out.
A couple of hours?
Yeah, a couple of hours. I'll send over the verification sheet from Arizona and look after the whole thing.
I'll be waiting.
There you go, smartass. Put that in your compliance box.
I'm
I'm Christy Duffy for Smart Trend News. The yen fell from its 15-year high as the Japanese government intervened in the country's currency market for the first time in 6 years.
1.4%. The downturn has been blamed on weaker domestic demand and slower investment in housing.
Today, the Japanese chief cabinet secretary also making some comments that the big currency movements in the yen have been undesirable.
Dumbasses. They don't understand CP. I am the only one who can fix this. What the fuck? What? What the fuck?
Yes, Mr. Randel?
Susan, is there some sort of repair going on the system?
Not that I'm aware of.
Get me Bill's office.
Yes, sir.
I know. So if we bag this client, we're going to be set for the rest of the quarter. In a minute. Bill here.
Bill, there's something wrong with my platforms. I can't seem to access the market.
Who's this?
It's Jesse Randel.
Okay. Your trading positions have been suspended, pending a review of your recent activities.
What? They can't do that. I've got open positions. I'm still exposed to the market.
The order came from above. They just really weren't happy with your frequent use of the company's balance sheet.
But they can't do that. I'm still in the red. I've got to make it back. Is there something you can do?
Unfortunately not. I'm really sorry. Sorry about that.
What the fuck?
Mr. Randel, I've received your email containing the transaction letters from Resident Bank. I've been in touch with the bank and they have no knowledge of any options trades made by you or confirmations for them. No, I don't know what you're up to, but I've informed the partners and they've requested to see you immediately.
opened a prime brokerage account. Somewhat irregular, wasn't it? All right. I see. So you aim to increase our competitiveness. I see.
But that doesn't explain why you got those numbers.
Well, in future, I prefer to be kept informed of such actions. The firm can't be seen as another victim of this crash.
Hey, stranger. Finally have time for me, huh? Hello? Jesse, are you there?
Penny. Penny, I'm sorry.
Honey, what's happening? What's wrong?
I'm sorry, Penny. I'm so sorry.
Jesse, what's wrong?
It's okay. It's over.
What do you mean it's over?
It's over. I'm free. I'm free.
Jesse, what do you mean it's over? Honey, you're scaring me.
I'm sorry, Penny. I'm so sorry.
Michael, are you there? Open the door. I demand an explanation. What are you doing?
It's okay. I love you, Penny.
I love you too. But Jesse. Jesse, are you there?
What are you doing?
Jesse. Jesse.
Open the door. I demand an explanation. What have you been doing with my money? Michael! Open up! Come on, open this door! Open up!
You come highly recommended. Glad to have you on board.
Thank you, sir.
I see from your background you have a tolerance to the pressure of this assignment.
Yes, of course. I'm quite familiar with currency behaviors.
Glad to hear it. Your predecessor made rather a mess of things. The
partners and I need to see an immediate return in this area.
I understand. I'll look into Randall's position and evaluate the fundamentals. I'm sure we can salvage this situation.
Good. What's required now is a good solid strategy to steady the ship. This is why you've been chosen to head this department. We have complete faith in your ability, Johnson.
Thank you, sir. I won't let you down.
I think of lately, baby, it's you. You I think of lately, baby. It's you.